on the same page with the colors, though.
I don't know. Yeah. Check, check, check. Yes, sir. We are live. Welcome everybody to It Is What It Is. We got Coach Ati, founder and owner of Tan Fam, 808 Stunners Basketball. We'll talk about life, and he's gonna let the truth be told about what happened this past season. Ready, Coach?
Yes, sir. What's good, everybody?
Yes, Beard Gang.
What's up, Woos?
So, Coach, explain to us where you grew up.
Yeah, I was born in Germany, but raised my whole life down here in Hawaii, specifically Kali and Pebble Beach. Um, I was in Kali from half of my life, all the way to sixth grade, and then moved to Pebble Beach from sixth grade all the way till till now. So it's been great. Um, I loved it. But yeah, that's pretty much where I was born and raised.
What age did you start playing on sports?
I've been playing. Well, I only played basketball. I never played
Oh,
football until I got to high school. But my
mhm.
whole life is just all about basketball. So I actually started when I was 5 years old. Got into it because of my siblings. So, but yeah, at the age of 5 is when I started to play basketball. Football, I didn't really start football until my freshman year of high school.
Nice, nice. From
Yes,
Pebble
sir.
Beach, 76 South. So, growing up, how was it growing up?
Oh man, it's I wouldn't say it was like it's like everybody else. I want to say, I guess you can say it kind of hard because of how my dad was.
Mm-hmm.
Being a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
military vet, and Samoan. So it was kind of hard. Had to be home at 6. We had prayer every day. Um, I couldn't play sports. I couldn't play basketball for a lot of club teams. Back then I never had club team, but I
Right.
couldn't really play because I had to be home at 6, and my dad was kind of strict about church practice and stuff like that. So pretty much outside life was rare to me.
Right.
Like how other kids now they get to go out and do whatever, but I wouldn't change anything about my life. I kind of loved the way my dad raised us and and did the things he did.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So,
All right. I'm gonna head to this next question. What is one of the hardest things you have to go through life so far?
ooh. I guess as a coach,
Mm-hmm.
I think the hardest thing is just trying to get things across to the players and parents. To understand why I do the things I do.
Yes.
I think that's the hardest part about me doing what I do. It's difficult, and I'm pretty sure all the other coaches that on the island or just in general that it's hard for them to try to persuade parents and players on a bigger dream and a bigger
Yes.
goal, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the hardest part for me. Um, I actually started this club of mine because I wanted to help a lot of the kids in Hawaii because
Yes.
we didn't really have that guidance growing up when we was playing.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of the main reason why I started this club, just to help a lot of the kids now see what I wish I had
Yeah.
growing up and stuff like that. So, I think that's the hardest thing for me.
Mhm. So, speaking about the club, where did the name Tam Fam come from?
Tan Fam is basically my family name, so it's the Atimua mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and it came up because just how the way I think, the way my family is, me and my siblings, like we just have a different mentality.
Yes.
I wouldn't say, you know, F everybody, but that's kind of
No,
how
yeah, right.
I feel, that's kind of
Yeah.
the mentality I have.
Gotta
Like,
have that.
you know what I mean? So it's like that's where it came about. Like, having that mindset where nobody is better than me. You know what I mean? I work too hard to get to where I'm at.
Right.
And then I just have that mindset and I instill that to a lot of my players and my kids now. But like I said earlier, that's the hardest thing is to try to persuade, a lot of the parents and
People.
players to have that
That makes sense.
mentality.
Yeah.
But we're all different, I guess.
Mhm.
I wish it could be different to where, people have that mindset.
Right.
I think if they did, a lot of more athletes from Hawaii would be, playing Division 1, Division 2, or wherever, you know what I
Yes.
mean? So that's basically what the Tan fam is, the Atimua mentality. Comes from me and my siblings, and that's where it came about.
Yes. Oh, we have a question from Ghost Burns. How do you teach the kids to trust the process?
Simple, just like what I said. It's just, every day going out there, um, pushing them and letting them know that my philosophy on things. So that way, the more they see it, the more I preach it, it becomes easy for them to trust the process. You gotta make the kids believe what you're trying to teach them.
Yes.
If you believe it, they're gonna believe it, and then they're gonna start trusting the process and believing everything that you're trying to teach them. So that's pretty much how I teach the kids on,
Right.
on how to trust the process. Just keep being there for them, keep showing them that you care, keep pushing them, keep letting them know that, you know, things ain't easy. So you got to keep pushing. You just got to trust what the work that you're doing works.
Trust the process. That's
Yeah.
it. The grind.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Just trust the process. Thank you, Ghost Burns, for that question. So, 808 Stunners. How can people get involved with 808 Stunners or bring the kids towards you?
They can go ahead and go on our Instagram, 808 Stunners Basketball. They can check out our website on at eoestunners.com. Facebook as well. So we're pretty much all over the social media. You
Yes.
can go ahead and contact on there if you're trying to, get part of the club or just even train with us. That's how you can get in reach with us and contact us from there.
I know a big question probably going to be, is this Stunners or your training, do you charge for this?
Yes, I didn't before,
Mm-hmm.
but now I charge for the training that we do, only because I see the product that we produce,
Mm-hmm.
and then the stuff that we do, it it works. You know what I mean? And we send a lot of kids to college from the training that we did, so it was only right for me to start charging for the training. I didn't before because I know it's we live on the island, Hawaii's so expensive, but we need to I had to charge.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been taking advantage of the free, so I had to make sure, that I didn't go through that kind of stuff, and I had to start charging people now.
Like you said, I mean, people, to me, if you make it free, people choose, oh, maybe I'll go today. I won't go today. But if you charge it, you got to show up.
Yeah.
Your parents putting out.
And plus, too, this is to a lot of the trainers and coaches out there, and I think it's very important, or I think you should, charge for the work that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because now, if you do it for free, you're letting people know that my work is mediocre.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of the good trainers and coaches, they charge because their stuff works.
Right.
You know what I mean? Good product is not going to be free. You know what I mean? It's going to be charged,
Yeah.
right? You're going to have to pay for what you get.
Exactly.
And if you don't get the results from a free coach or a free trainer, then there's your answer, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why we started charging now. We see the product, we see the work that we do, and it works.
It works. Once again, if you guys are just joining in, you guys can hop on my Facebook. It's Alan Does Fortune, or It Is What It Is, or YouTube is It Is What It Is 808. Or if you want to chime in, send me your email. You can come onto the live. We'll send you that link. If not, you can call me up, ask a question. So, Coach, and in the middle of this, how you been? How you been?
Good.
I
I
see.
just I was excited to do this podcast today.
Hey, it's been. Sorry, what? You free? Yeah. Oh, that's all I know. I cannot. So you free?
Right,
Yeah.
back and forth, man.
Hey, it's that busy life, that coach life. So, Coach, I know we got some good followers on. So here it is, Coach. You got hired this year, right? Little Hood JV,
Actually, it was the ending of last season.
ending of last season,
The ending of last
Okay.
season.
and you took the squad.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So the ending of last season, I think about March, I got the offer to be the JV head coach at Lelehua.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, me and my family were supposed to be moving to Vegas in the summer. So, everything was up in the air. So me and my wife had to kind of talk about things to see, what was the plan. And, about a week or so, we finally decided that, I'll take the job.
Mm-hmm.
So I let Coach Chad at Lelehua, who's the head coach over there, I let him know that, we're going to take it. And we put our move on hold, because of that offer that they presented to me. So I put my move on hold and I took the job. And then that summer, me and my club team, we traveled to the mainland for some tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And the day I got back from that trip, I got a call from Coach Chad, and they let me go. So that was pretty much how everything all went down and stuff.
Did they give you a reason why they let you go, or it's just one of those?
Yeah, the reason was because of the post that I be posting on my social media. No names or no school or nothing was named in my post, but some people, their feelings got hurt by my post, and that's basically what happened, was because people's feelings got hurt from my post, so they had to let me go because they have a social media policy at the school.
So, if you're listening to this, people, it's life, man. Life ain't easy. You can go quit on somebody because somebody posts something, or you go, let somebody go because of that. But you know what, Coach? Hey, their loss.
Yeah,
they might have won this year, but it's their loss.
Like the podcast said, it is what it is.
You just gotta keep moving.
All right.
Yeah, somebody said politics. Boo. Yes.
It is, man. It is. And that's the hard part about, coaching in Hawaii.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of politics and a lot of stuff that coaches got to hold back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coaches really got to hold back what they say, what they do, because what one of you guys said is called politics. You know what I mean? You say one wrong thing that probably doesn't, pertain to the school or any player,
Mm-hmm.
and you get let go. No matter how much you're there for the kids and how much you want to help and get these kids to the next level, there's always somebody out there that's just trying to ruin things for you.
And it's crazy because it's not. I can't say it's not, but it's the parents. Some of the parents, they just can't handle, and they go be crybaby. Just let it be.
That's exactly what it is. Parents complaining.
Reeve Shook said, "Do you think that makes it harder to coach youth sports, considering you might offend? I guess offend the kids or parents."
Not really. Outside youth sports, not too much, because it has nothing to do with the DOE. You can pretty much coach how you want to coach out there, but it what makes it harder is just parents in general.
Yeah.
No matter where you coach, youth sports outside or high school, parents is always
Parents.
always going to be the reason why things get ruined.
Mm-hmm.
If you coach outside, parents can ruin you by putting a bad name out there for you and stuff like that. And then high school, they can ruin it by just going to the school and just saying all kind of stuff about you, and the school has to let you go because of those stuff, I guess.
I agree with that. And also, like my mentality, my thing is that you gotta let the parents know if you're coaching outside straight up. Hey, this is how it's gonna be. I coach like this. I coach my son, my daughter like this. I'm gonna coach your son, your daughter just like they're my own. You know,
Exactly.
and you get that, you build that relationship with them where it comes to like, hey, coach got this. You know, because my kid's playing sport right now. I'm not gonna say where, and the coach like, it's okay, you got this. Like, no, no, we're not doing that. It's you need to do it now. Well, you can win the next one. No, we gotta win now.
Yes.
You know, that mentality. So hey, if you're listening, some coaches, it's gotta be the mentality, that winner mentality, that Tam Fam mentality.
And I think that's the only way, man. Like, there's so much talented all over the island.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But a lot of these kids get stopped from showing their talent because parents.
Yes.
Parents, think they know what team or what coach or what trainer is right for them, so they hop from team to team, and they just they keep going and going with different teams, and they get nowhere.
And that's the crazy part about nowadays. Like you see a kid with this team, and then 2 months later he's playing for somebody else. And then he's
Yeah.
playing for somebody else. Like, why? And then he's, oh, but because coach so and so is so hard on my son. No, no. Your son or your daughter needs to learn now. Life ain't easy.
It's not.
It's not easy. We've
Not.
been down that road.
And that's the worst. And I think that. Sorry, I
No,
think
you're
that's
good, you're
the
good.
worst thing to do as parents is to move your teams from. I mean, move your child from team to team.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think that's the worst thing you can do, because now when you do that, you let your child know that, oh, when things don't go the way you want, it's okay to leave. It's okay to go to another team and try to find what you're looking for there. Sometimes if a team that you're at now that that doesn't go the way you expect is probably the right one for you.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the way some of the parents and some of the kids are, the way they think, this coach don't know what he's doing. You know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to another team. So now we're teaching our kids that it's okay to quit from one team and go to another team.
Yeah.
I can see if you're leaving a team because the coach screwed you over or
Right.
or messed up with you or blah blah this and that. But if you're leaving a team because you don't get the playing time that you're getting, or you don't see any progress or whatever it is, how are you supposed to know that's the right team for you if you're just gonna leave right away?
Yeah. And we said it's the process. You know what I mean? You
It
can't
is,
just come
man.
in right away and be like, oh, I'm that guy. Oh, it's the process.
And then the crazy part is some of these parents that's doing that are parents that never even played a sport in high school. You know what I mean? And then that's the crazy part. It's like, oh, they thinking that they were the top football or basketball player at their high school, and they didn't even play the sport.
That's
So how can you say this coach or this team don't know what they're doing when you didn't even play it in high school? You know what I mean?
that's the ones though. That's the worst
That
ones.
is the worst one, man. And it's hard. It's rare
Mhm.
to find true loyalty from a lot of parents and players, but the ones that do stay loyal and stay true to that team and those coaches are the ones that make it out.
Yeah. Because when it comes that time, when life gets hard, hey, I remember when Coach Ati told me this. I remember when he pushed me past the line, made me go through the line, made me go through the hoop, made me jump up as high as that's when those moments happen, and the kids are like, I got this. Instead of, mommy, what do I do now? They don't want to let me do this.
It is, man. And I think a lot of the parents just baby their kids, man.
Coach Samson Angwa said, they're not parents, they're agents.
Hey, let them know, Samson. Let them know.
That is true. Oh, long question over here. Hold on, I gotta squint over here. Do you think it's better to go lighter, softer with younger kids, 8 years or younger, in order to get them into the sport, and take a more strict, harder approach with the older kids, 10 years or older, to get them to be competitive, to get them a competitive mindset? My bad.
Honestly, I think you should coach them the same way, no matter what the age is. That's
I
what I
agree.
do. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I do
agree.
with my club team. We
Mhm.
I coach all my teams the same way. I don't change anything with all my different teams. Like from 5 years old to high school, we're doing the same dribbles.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the same footworks. Even though they don't get it right away, that's why we practice.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Maybe the 5-year-old will probably won't do that much between the legs or behind the back stuff like that, but we still do the basic dribbles
Yeah.
that I do for the high school kids, middle school kids, and
Mhm.
down. So I think you got to coach them the same way, no matter what. Be hard and strict on all the kids, no matter if they're 5, 6, 7 years old, because they need that kind of stuff. That's why you parents, when you go home, that's why you guys be the parents and be like,
Yeah.
oh, you baby them there. But when you send them to a team for football or basketball, and the coach does what he does, I think you just need to trust that. And if it, at the end, if it doesn't turn out to where your child is not developing as a player, then that's when you should move.
Right.
But you can't move right away,
Yeah.
not knowing what's going to happen, not giving that
Yeah.
coach a chance. So I mean, like we said earlier in the podcast, we're going to coach and teach the kids the same way we do with
Yeah.
our kids.
Yep.
So I've been doing it with my oldest since he was 5 years old, and since then I've been yelling at him. I've been strict on him. I've been on him every day. I make him work out every day, 2-3 times a day. At 5 years old, this is at 5 years old, and we just recently came back from All-American camp in Ohio,
Nice.
where he was ranked top 150 in the nation. Now, I don't know about anybody, but for somebody to do that, especially from
yeah.
Hawaii,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got to be doing something right. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if I was to baby him and tell him that everything that he's doing wrong is good or it's okay, he wouldn't be at that level where he's at now.
He would have been top nothing.
Right? You know what I
As
mean?
simple as that. No, it's simple as that.
So to answer your question, yes, I think you need to
Coach
be
him,
strict and
coach him as hard as
coach them
possible.
as hard as
Yeah.
possible, no matter the age.
That's the only way.
Yeah, and then if they break, if you yell at them and you get on them and be strict with them and they break and they cry every time, then maybe parents would be like, oh, maybe sports is not for our child.
Yeah.
And then that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? It just means that you have a different path than other kids.
Yeah.
A lot of parents want their kids to live the dream they want to live. But
Sorry to cut you off though. It's funny you say that because someone just said that some parents need to stop thinking that their kid is an all-star player, but really they're not. Keep it real with the kids. It will only get them better.
simple. You know what I mean? And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Dang.
But a lot of parents just think their kids is LeBron James for basketball or Tua Tagovailoa for football.
So that is my cousin though.
But it's not for everybody. Sports is not for every kid.
Mhm.
But that's why parents, you put them in, see how they take it. If if not what they like, and maybe sports is
not
not
for
their
them,
thing.
yeah.
Maybe something else is it's for them. God has different plans for a lot of kids.
Yes, he
And
does.
like we said earlier, you got to trust that process of
Trust-
whatever path God gives you.
That's the truth, man. Some of these parents think it's because they made it this far that their kid will make it this far. Everyone got a different path. You know what I mean?
It is.
Some
And
people.
and I think just being on this topic, I think that's one of the main reasons I got let go at Leluo, because parents didn't like what I was posting, and they assumed that it was about them, and they took it to heart, and they went and complained and got me let go.
Let me ask this question, News. What was one of the posts?
One of the posts was I put, you're not traveling to the mainland to bond with friends and have fun and all that. You're going there to compete and try to get a scholarship.
It's a business trip. You know what I
Simple
mean?
as that. That's pretty much why people should.
Yeah.
That why you travel.
That's why
right?
you're not traveling to go over there and go to Disneyland. You're gonna get business done, and then when it's done, then you go have your fun.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what my post was, and parents' feelings got hurt. They complained, and that's what happened. I got let go because of that, and just being on this topic just shows that parents should be a little bit more how you say it, more strong minded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now, like we just said earlier, if you're gonna complain for every little thing that doesn't go your way, you're teaching your kids that it's okay to be
Yeah.
weak minded.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just not good. And that's why a lot of kids don't want to come to my club.
I was just telling my wife this, and not because you're here. I want my kids to be coached like that. You know what I mean? I just hate going to games, and it's like, no, it's okay. I said it before. It's not okay. You know what I mean? It's like you're saying, if it's okay, they're gonna think it's okay if we just do everything half-ass. Right? Sorry for my language, right? But it's not okay.
It's not.
I want you to be on my daughter. I want you to be on my son. Hey, you yell at them, yell at them. That's, to me, that's how kids get better. Or if it's not for sports, later on in life, you know what I mean, they're gonna be able to take anything.
Plus, too, you us parents are paying for their for these coaches to coach our kids up.
I'm not gonna say nothing but 2,400.
You know,
You
know what I
better
mean?
stand up and coach. Sitting
So-
on the bench looking like, no,
So
you better
if,
stand up.
if us coaches is going to be charging these kids, or charging these parents the amount that we charge, I mean, you better be coaching these kids like how you would coach your own child, right?
Mhm.
So that's I don't see no other way to coach.
Mhm.
I don't see no other way to coach but to be hard on these kids, but at the same time show them that you care. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's no other way.
There ain't. Coach Sam just said, don't get me on here. We can go on and on about youth sports. He looked like he had a run in this past couple of days. I seen his post. We're about to jump on that topic soon. Not a question, but something coaches. As a coach's mom, I used to think Alan was hard on my grandson, but he pushes my son to understand why it shows, and now he loves the sport. Yeah, mom, my mom used to always tell me, something that to my grandson, don't do this to my grandson. But like she said, she sees it now. You know what I mean? He loves the sport, and that's it. Nothing phases him. You know what I mean? You could yell at him, you could freaking talk smack to him. He just gonna do what he do, right? Instead of, Coach, I don't need that. I don't want to play no more. No, we don't need that.
Hey, I
We
know,
don't need that.
I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. My parents is the same way when it comes to my kids. When I scold them and punish them and all that, my dad and mom will always tell me, "Don't do that," or "Why are you doing that to them?" So, what do? I just don't invite them to the games no more. You know. And simple as that. My dad till this day still asks me, how come I don't tell him about my kids' games? And that's the reason. I love my dad,
Yeah.
but I just don't want him telling my kids that it's okay, boy,
Yeah.
or it's okay. Next game.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no. You know what I mean? There's no next game.
No, it's now.
You know what I mean? Like, because now every time he's gonna play the same way he
Yeah.
played the game before,
Mhm.
and then he's just gonna keep hearing that every game. Next game. Oh, next one. We can't.
Okay. Once hard that a child won't remember their elementary school teacher, but they will always remember their coach. You're right.
Facts.
That's facts. You
That
could
is
ask.
facts.
You ask me right now about any of my elementary teachers. Nope. But you ask me about all my coaches, I can tell you every single one of them.
Oh, we got a question on
Oh.
on the other live.
Here we go.
It says, do you think that all Hawaii coaches helps all these kids go to the next level, or are they there just for the title?
Ooh, and I posted that the other day. Just because you put the name coach in front of you doesn't make you a coach.
What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
There are some coaches I know out there that are just there to try and make the name for themselves or put themselves out there.
I know a lot of them.
And to me, it's not right. That's why I coach the way, and we coach the way we coach is because we there for these kids. We want them to, like Coach said earlier, get out. Not just be, oh, hey, remember that kid? He made it from away. Where did he go? Nowhere. We want our kids to get out. So that's why I coach the way I coach. What do you think about this one, Coach?
Like you said, I agreed 100% on what you said. That a lot of these coaches just want the title to be called coach.
Mhm.
And a lot of these other coaches are just being coached because they're kid. So a lot of these coaches, they start a team because their kid. They want their kid to get all the minutes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They want their kid to get all the shine. So that's why they start this team that they do, and call themselves coach, right? But as soon as their kid graduates high school, what about all those underclassmen that they have when their kid was playing? And then they leave and dismantle the team, right? Like that's to me, that's not a coach.
It's not.
And like we just said, oh, they just want the title to be called coach. So there's so much of them out there on the island. I don't like it. I have no respect for it, but there's too much of it. And then I don't want to get into details about it. I don't want to say no names on here before more feelings get hurt. But hey, I can if you guys want me to, and I can name all the basketball coaches on this island that only there for their title.
Right. I coach for the life lessons. I officiate for the same. I do it so I can help these kids who have no one. Yeah, and that's true. You know what I mean? That's my brother, officer.
And that's what coaching should be about.
Mhm.
Simple as that. It's the life lesson that you
teachings.
teach the kids, and the just seeing them go on and be successful is the reward itself. You know what I mean? Just that's why you coach.
Mhm.
Like I started this club with no kids of mine. My kid was all babies.
See?
You know what I mean? I started coaching back in I think 2011, and I was only training one kid. I went from training one kid to about over 40 kids now. And I love it, every single bit of it. You know what I mean? And you gotta love what you do, right?
Mhm.
And if
Got
you don't love it, the kids won't respond to you because you're just out there for no reason.
Yeah,
You're just out there because one, your son is playing.
Mhm.
Two, you just want the title. And three, you just want all the attention. So that's why a lot of you coaches coach, right? And I like I said earlier, I have no respect for coaches like that. And we can get into that if we want to, but that's another topic for another day, right?
Making productive men and women in society to making productive men and women in society is a top priority. Yeah.
Simple.
And like that's what we said earlier. I mean, we don't only coach them for sports, we coach them for that life lesson that later down the line. Me as a coach, when I'm walking through the store and hey, Coach Dubs, I look at one of them experts, man, thank you so much. I do this. And, hey, that's what I want. I don't want you to thank me in your news article. I want you to be later on like, hey, coach, thank you. You know what I mean, what you taught me helped me out. You got some coaches that, hey, how come this guy didn't mention my name in the article? Who cares, bro? Who cares? Like you said, hey, you on the same page. We know. We don't want one of those. That, oh, wait, why didn't you mention me? Come on, man. Don't have to.
The real ones will, though.
Yeah,
The real ones will.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah,
about coaches.
yeah.
If you're one of those coaches that need that credit, the real ones will credit you guys.
Yeah. My wife can't take talented kids and make like you did the work as a coach.
Oh, that's another one. That's another one. I don't like coaches that do that either. You got all these coaches coming from left field, taking all these talented kids that other coaches wouldn't produce,
Mhm.
and claiming that you did that.
That is the worst.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
And you know what's the worst is when they do it after like only like 3 sessions. Yeah, this is my guy. This your guy. No, it's not.
And then they start getting all the credit. They start getting their club name out there.
Yeah.
They start blowing up, all because they went and go recruit all these
Mhm.
talented kids to make them look good and
Yes.
call themselves coach.
Someone said opportunity changed lives. Yeah. Simple as that. Not for the money, all I can say. Yeah. We all know. Not for the money, but like Coach was saying earlier, sometimes you gotta put a little price on it. It is what it is, though.
It is, man. And then to me, I think putting a price on your product and on the work you do is just to keep the parents liable, reliable. I mean, you
hold
want
them accountable, yeah.
liability and stuff like that. You want them to let the now that they paid, they
Mhm.
gotta show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not free. So if it was free, they choose when they want to come.
Right.
Now you put a price on it, they have no choice but
Yeah.
to show up now. You know what I mean? Now you're investing in your child now.
You know, some people on the free one, oh, I don't want to go this
Right?
morning.
You know what I mean?
But if they pay, hey, we gotta go.
You gotta go. I didn't pay this for
Yeah,
nothing. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I didn't put all this money for your equipment and your shoes and for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Things ain't cheap now. That is crazy, man. I
It's
just
not.
bought my son cleats $160. $160. Better go watch all the crowds in the cul-de-sac over here. All right, Coach. Well, I know we talked a lot. That's some good questions there, but thank you guys.
Yes, yes.
So back to Coach, right? So if you guys didn't know, Coach Ati, he also got banned this year
Yes, I did.
from any Lily or any OIA or Lily Hua events.
just
Any-
Lely Hua boys basketball.
So
games.
he got banned from Lily Hua basketball games, and once again over a social media post, right?
Yes.
So can you touch up on that, Coach? Let everybody know what really went down.
Yes. So the reason why I got banned from all Lily Hua games, again, I posted on my social media that my alumni, Campbell High School, was gonna smash or beat that, I'm not gonna swear, the against Lely Hua. And parents felt threatened by it. From what I was told, they felt threatened by it. So they went to the AD, and the AD got me banned from all Lely Hua boys basketball games. I wasn't able to go watch a lot of my Stunners guys that played for Lely Hua. I wasn't able to go watch them, being, my last time watching them ever play high school ball because, we're moving to the mainland.
Right.
So that's pretty much the main reason why I got banned, was because of my posts. Again, social media, and parents didn't like it, so they banned me from all Lily Hua basketball games.
That is crazy. I honestly, like I told you when all this went down, I don't even know if that's legal. You know what I mean? I think they just made that up themselves.
Apparently, it was possible because of course, I'm gonna fight for it, right? So I went to the OIA executive. I called him. He explained to me that the AD requested that I get banned, and there's no way I could appeal it. I did everything I could to try to still go watch my boys play. So I couldn't get it appealed. Apparently, to the OIA executives, I couldn't get it appealed. The only way I could have was to the AD had to let me. So that was the only way I could get an appeal. So, I mean, the AD already had his mindset of banning me from all the games. So, I just took the ban, and I guess those parents that made the complaint, felt like they won, right, from getting me banned and not being able to watch the games no more, because I really was gonna go and try to start stuff. Like people just assume things and wanna assume bad stuff about me instead of coming to me and asking me what really went down. They just want to go and hear the bad stuff. Oh, he got banned because blah blah this and that.
Yeah.
But like we said earlier, everything is politics, and it's bad. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to coach in Hawaii, to try to change the culture of basketball.
Sorry to interrupt you. It's crazy because someone just asked a question. Watch this question. Do you think the sport of basketball is soft on the island?
Yes, big time. I mean, there's some players that they try to play aggressive. They try to keep that aggressiveness in the sport, but it's not the same as how it was before. Now every little touch is you're gonna get called for it. You know what I mean? And now we as coaches have to teach our players how to avoid contacts now. You know what I mean? How to not body and how to not play strong, how not to play aggressive, because now we try to teach that, and then they're just going to get called for it. So now our teaching philosophy has to become different now because of all these, I guess, soft calls you want to say. But yeah, I think the sport of basketball is starting to get soft, just not because of the players and coaches. I believe it's just because the way referees are calling it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like the referees is calling the game real tight now.
Real tight. I'm not gonna say names, but but it is what it is.
It is, man.
It is what it is. So, in a coach's perspective, what do you do?
As
Unknown caller.
It's Samson. Go ahead.
you know, there's nothing else we can really do.
Sam, hold on real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really do much because of the rules, right? I mean, because we can't tell the refs how to ref games. We can't
Yeah.
do none of those stuff. We have to coach them to where we can win games. So if we got to coach it softer, I mean, I guess we got to do that. But I would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will always coach it the same way. I will always coach my kids to play strong, play aggressive, play fast. You know, play the way they're supposed to play. And if we get called for it, we get called for it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to teach the kids the wrong way to play the game.
What's up, Coach Samson?
What's up, guys?
What's up,
How
brother?
are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good.
You know, just chit chatting, letting everybody know what really
Yeah,
went
making some moves.
That's the only way,
My
man.
man Aki, what's up, my boy?
What's up, Samson? How's it going, man?
Hey, man. I was getting this Facebook notification, and I was like, this boy Dub's about to go in tonight.
down. And
Yeah,
when,
we just gotta let the truth out, man.
let it be, man.
We gotta let it out.
You gotta let it be. Hey, what you guys are doing is awesome because people gotta hear it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people gotta hear this because, you know, even though my whole coaching thing really doesn't pertain to basketball itself, but in youth sports in general, man,
Right.
Yes.
not too much people realize why I left coaching youth sports. And this is kind of the reason why was because, you know, we as youth coaches and high school coaches, and even if you go to the collegiate level, we pour so much into our kids, man.
Mhm.
And we take the time away, and everybody thinks we make all this millions of dollars for some reason when we train kids or whatever, but we don't. We just love giving back.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is that, like, everybody thinks there's this magical pill that because you've trained so and so and so and so that obviously you can make him into so and so and so and so,
Right.
right? The craziest thing that I realized too is that, like my comment said, man, some of these parents, man, are just being agents.
Yeah.
Like they're just out here like making phone calls, like, hey man, like my son needs to play for you, and you know, this is what he can bring to the table. And then you bring him out to a tryout, and then it's like, yeah, I mean, we can work with him, but we don't think, you know, it might be in the right fit. And then they go around social media and start bashing people and yada 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 yada. And you're like, damn, like what did I do wrong? I gave him a chance and opportunity, but
Right.
you know, I've been following Aki for a minute, man, and me and Campbell grads, what Aki's been doing in basketball, man.
Yes,
I love
sir.
it, man. His posts are real. There's
It-
no
It's to the
no
point.
fakeness to it.
Yep.
To the
None.
point. And you know, I did this a while back too about youth sports, and man, people are calling me like, man, you talking about me? It's like, dude, if you feel like I'm talking about you,
Right.
Then it's about you, you
Yeah.
know.
You
then
got-
it's about you.
if you got that feeling, then it might be about you. What are you doing wrong?
Yeah, what are you doing wrong? You know, like I don't even put names, but I did have a kid one time come to me, and you know, dad was like, man, you know, my son can play this position, that position, blah 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 blah. And then I didn't pick him from my travel team at one point, and he went around telling everybody, man, I was gonna donate like $8,000 to $10,000 and pay for these kids' trips, and it was like, yeah, how about you go do that for the other team? Because
Right.
I don't need none of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. I mean, you know, you watch Aki's videos, man, and these kids just want to work. I mean,
That's
you got
it.
the car lights. You got the
Exactly.
car lights on the
Hey,
car.
let them know, man. Let them know.
Got the
You got the car
LEDs.
headlights on the court, man, at like 4 in the morning, and you're working. And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, for a coach to wake up with a family, with a coach to wake up with a job and go and put that much time into people, I mean, that's just enough respect in itself. You know what I mean? It's just enough respect to say, like, hey, man, this guy cares about my kid. And my opinion now, where you guys talked about, is it getting watered down or is it getting softer? I honestly, man, I think it's beyond water. I think it's beyond softer than anything, because nowadays I know so and so, so I'm gonna call him and he's gonna get this job done for me. Instead of, you know, back in the day where we had our fair share when Auntie played football where parents was coming on the field,
Yes.
you know, and that's more of a not a manly approach because, you know, women do it too because, you know, mothers care for their child, but it was the better approach because you knew that they meant business. Like, how can
Right.
we fix this?
Mhm.
Versus, I'm gonna go ahead and make this nice little post and I'm gonna tag so and so, and then we're gonna make this erupt and we're gonna get an online petition and we're gonna hide behind our phones. Like, I don't do it like that.
And keyboard warriors.
Yeah, a keyboard renaissance people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's a lot of them.
And whatever they want to call them, they can call themselves, I don't know, the U.S. National Keyboard Association, some crazy stuff. But you know, I've been listening to the podcast, man, and every point you guys been making is it not just hitting basketball, it's hitting everything in Hawaii sports. Then that's why guys move to the mainland because of what it is, right? Octi made a good point. I would want my son to be coached like how I raised him at home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only way,
right
man.
now,
It's the only way.
It's the only way because as a coach, you feel like you got to maintain discipline at home too. Because if he don't do the right things at home, he ain't gonna play for you.
Yep, true.
Like, I'm not one coach to be like. I mean, I love and care like how Ati and, you know, Dubs does for the kids because, you know, Dubs does great things at Radford. But it's that mutual respect between a coach and a player where it's like, man, my coach really cares about me, so I should listen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I won't be the like, hey, it's okay, Jimmy. Man, you missed about 5 3-pointers and you took about 9 of them, but it's okay, buddy. Like, just keep fighting. It's like, no, sit down, get on the bench, think about it, cool it. Just like if you put your kids in timeout when they was little, they gotta recollect themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could put in time on. I got lickings.
Yeah, no, dude, nowadays you can't put your hand on the kids. You know what I mean? It's like everybody got a video and a recorder, and
exactly.
you know, there's this false hope between the communication between a parent and a coach, where it's like, for instance, long story short, I had a kid that I had on my travel team for football that played club basketball. I won't say names or whatever. And the coach came up to me and was like, "Hey, like, yo, this week he's not playing no pylon football." And it's like, okay, coach. I mean, what's the reason? I got a big tournament coming up. Okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking, yo, this kid must be a baller. He's athletic as hell. And he was like 14 or 15 or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. But the kid was like, yo, coach, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't even play basketball like that. My parents just put me in to keep me in shape. So I was like, oh, okay, like, talk it over with your parents. So then he goes and he comes back and we end up winning some games on a Sunday. And all the boys were like, man, where you at? He was like, I was playing basketball. And I was like, how'd you do? He was like, coach, I didn't even go on the court.
Oh, dang.
And then the blame came back on me because of all the physical abuse that he was taking in football.
Come on.
That it hindered his basketball game, and his coach didn't put him in because he was playing pylon. So I was like, oh, hold up, time out. Okay, so I had to sit down with them like face to face and be like, what sport do you want him to play? And they said, excuse me? I said, what sport do you want him to play? Because it sounds like you have the direction of your son to where you want him to play basketball. So how's about we just cut the ties and you go play basketball? But he wants to play football. And it's like, no, you can't pick at this point. He's at that age where he needs to decide which sport he's going to pursue. And they looked at me with this like ghost look, like, you know, and then they went on a rant about how I didn't appreciate their son in football and how, you know, I wasn't coaching them and yada yada yada. And I was just blowing it over the shoulder, like, look, man, like, I'm not gonna waste your time or my time. There's another kid that's waiting to come in that can travel, we can play. And that's where I kind of started to get this feeling of like, yo, youth sports is a completely different level right now.
It is, man.
It is.
I mean, obviously you can agree. I mean, you probably got a lot of dudes a lot of, you know, female and male basketball players that pull up to your training that just shopping around.
Yes, it is.
They come and train with you for 2 times and it's like, oh yeah. And then they go somewhere else and it's just like, they're just jumping around trying to find the best deals and whatever. But I mean, as a parent, I mean, for instance, I mean, if my son wants to play basketball, I'm gonna go with somebody I trust, which will probably be Ati for sure. And if Ati gave me, man, hey, it's like $200 a month. I'm like, I'm gonna give you $400 in advance because I know what you can do because I've seen the progress. See what I'm saying? I'm going to invest in my time with somebody that I've seen invest his time.
Exactly.
And I don't need the fancy gym. I'm cool with the outdoor court. I'm cool with like, hey man, the
Simple,
court is
man.
wet. Come to the house.
Hey, coach, are you cool with headlights from a car?
Yeah. Are you cool with wearing glow sticks while we work at
Right,
night? Cool.
exactly.
I'm down with that because it builds character.
It does.
It builds grit.
It's just being grateful, man. That's it.
Yeah, it's just appreciating that. Hey, like my son or my daughter is learning how to wake up in a college level type deal where we have practice at 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now you need to learn how to get up. You need new basketball shoes. Okay. I'm gonna ask. I'm not a basketball player. I mean, I know the shoes, but I don't know the game as well as anybody else. I mean, I just watch it because I love it. But why am I gonna act like a parent that like I know everything? Like I know what to do in basketball. No, I'm gonna find a professional dude that's played this game, whatever level, and I'm gonna make sure that they build a connection and we're good. Drop you off. I can go be team dad and buy some grapes and oranges and just enjoy you watch play the game. So it's simple. But nowadays parents are like, oh, like, why aren't you talking to my kid when he's training? Why aren't you talking to us after training? Why aren't you giving us updates? Why are you not texting us when you have these special trainings? Like they want that special attention to make them feel like, you're really invested. But I mean, dude, Ati, man, the proof is in the pudding, dog, what you do. And shame on what's going down, man, but you just keep doing your thing. You keep posting what you post, man. I mean,
yes, sir.
Nobody
man. Yes,
likes
sir.
We all know
likes
he's not going to stop.
I ain't never stopping.
And it ain't gonna stop. And nobody likes the realest, man. They want fluff. We don't got that over here.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We're just
patty cake.
yeah, man. They want the Mickey Mouse pancakes with the extra syrup on the side. Nah, I want that OG McDonald's breakfast where it's bad for me, but I gotta work it out type deal. But I mean, what you guys are doing is great, man. I had to get on here because I was like, yo, this youth sports is going too much. If Dub's got to make a podcast, bro.
Yes, sir.
And we's here.
And we's here, man. Y'all keep doing. I'm gonna keep watching, man. I'm gonna go back and spend some time. And Dubs, man, I'm gonna probably come by Radford in a little bit.
Oh yeah, guarantee.
Talk to some boys.
Hey, coach, congratulations. Don't worry about for cutting you off, but congratulations, Dave. Got that college
no,
gig
man,
now.
appreciate you,
That's
man.
big moves right there, bro. That's big moves.
Yeah, man. I got to do what's best for me. I mean, my wife's very supportive, and she wants me to chase this dream as long as it goes. And, I'm going to return the favor later on in life. But sometimes, like you guys said, man, it's just getting soft out here. I got to go where the dog's at.
You got to, man. You got to. Especially with the knowledge you have, man.
Yeah, man. I'm still learning and growing just like you, brother. But I'm going to keep watching, boys. Y'all keep doing your thing. And much love.
All right, coach. All right, Sam, be safe, man.
Dude.
Cheers.
Oh man, as you can see, we're not the only ones.
We're not the only
ones that think the way we think, man. And I'm glad Samson, brought that up about parents and players wanting attention. You know what I mean? They want they want their coaches to be like, oh, training this day, or we got this, we got that, or hey, your son is so legit and blah blah this and that. And just him saying that and bringing that up, it happened to me. Like the parent didn't say that he wants attention or blah blah this and that, but their actions implied that that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They want me to keep texting them and keep showing them attention and keep just doing this and that and blowing them up, right? And doing all these things for them just so they can feel glorified, right? But they do that. I'm not that type of person, or that type of coach that's just gonna just showboat you the whole time and you not show me and you not meet me halfway and show me the gratefulness that you appreciate everything that we do, right? Like if that's what you're gonna do, like. No coaches should be going through anything like that for players and parents. And I had to go through that. Like I had a player that been with me for so long, and I kicked him off. I mean, I didn't kick him off. I brought him back after he quit, and thinking that things was going to change, but no, it's still the same thing. I gotta. They want me to chase for them and keep texting them that workout today or blah blah this and that. Like, how am I supposed to go and do that as a coach? You know what I mean? Like, you're the player. You the one who wants my help.
Right.
Like, you guys should be meeting the coaches halfway. Yes, right, coach?
Oh, halfway.
Like, if you want the coach's help, you should be meeting them halfway and be like, coach, yeah, coach, like I'm gonna keep texting you because I know the work works. So I'm gonna keep texting you, coach, and be like, coach, we got practice today. Coach, we got practice. I'm gonna do it every day.
Yeah. My thing is, you probably sent out that text message, hey, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock. Boom. Be there.
No,
Not
coach, I didn't do that.
Oh.
I made a whole schedule.
Oh, schedule.
I had a whole calendar. I had a calendar, and every date had what time, where of what we were gonna do.
Dang.
That's what I did, coach.
Above and beyond. And that's why you're the coach you are, though.
So, but and the crazy part is they pay for the training, right? So I did what I do as a coach. I made a whole schedule. I put what we doing on this day and the next day for the whole month. And I understand there's some stuff that players have to do that they're gonna miss some days, right? But my thing is, if you're gonna come to a coach, right, and you're gonna tell the coach, I want all the smoke. You know what I mean? Look, coach, I want all of it. I want all the work. If you're gonna tell coach that, now you telling me that, oh, you ain't gonna miss.
Yeah, you be no matter what
you're gonna go full throttle. No matter what's going on, no matter what excuse you have, you're not gonna miss.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, I don't care what it is. If you're gonna tell me or any coach
want that,
oh, I want all the smoke, coach, then you better show up to everything.
Yeah, you better be early.
Right? You know what I mean? Like whatever's on that schedule, you better be there.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think, to me, that's a slap to a lot of coaches' face.
Yes. Oh, you're right.
You know what I mean? That's a slap to a lot of coaches, because now you're setting this schedule, right? Even though you guys are paying for this training and this work, doesn't matter. You're still wasting a coach's time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tell him, coach, I can't make it this day. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Because that coach still got to get up.
Still got to do what he do.
Right? He still got to go to over there and wait for you.
Exactly.
For the training. And then you're going to text him, 15 or 10 minutes before.
I was just going to say.
Before the start, oh, coach, I can't make it. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part about a lot of this stuff, right? And that's what irritates me a lot of times as a coach, when players and parents do that. Oh, coach, I can't come today, or because of blah blah this and that. Like, if you're just gonna make excuses of why you're missing things, then don't say you want all the smoke.
Yeah, don't.
You know what I mean? Like, just be a regular player or a regular person like everybody else, and just show up when you can, because that's pretty much how you guys are making it seem.
Don't open up with "I want the smoke."
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
don't use those words if you're not about it.
If you're gonna tell me you want all the smoke, oh boy, I'm gonna give you all the smoke.
Right, you better be there.
You know what I mean? If I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to go train you and train all these other players, you better bring all the smoke, because I will. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah, the smoke be coming out the nose.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that's the most irritating part about all this, coach. Like, it's just crazy. And like we said, one of the people that's watching said about, is the youth sports getting soft.
Uh-huh.
And it is, man. And it starts at home. Like,
I always say that it starts from the parents.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, if you parents are gonna baby your kid at home and let them know that everything's okay, what you're doing at home, man, don't expect to get all the smoke from us coaches if you guys are not going to do your guys' part at home too. Like, you can't tell a coach, oh, I want all the smoke, and then the coach does what he does, and then when you guys go home, you baby him.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work like that.
Right, Kellen?
It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, but hey, man, I've seen too much kids and too much parents.
Too many.
Like that's doing all these stuff, and then they complain at the end and be like, oh, why my son or why my daughter not getting this, or why my child not getting this? Or maybe because you baby them at home and you lying to coaches about, oh, I want all the smoke.
Yeah. Maybe it's because it's okay.
Right? You know what I mean?
It's okay if you had 10 turnovers today. It's all right. No.
It's not all right. It's not all right.
It's not gonna be all right when you do something wrong and you can't save them. No?
Simple. Simple.
No, it's done. You is done with, son.
And I think that's why a lot of people doesn't like us, coach.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Because one, we speak the truth. Two, we just real about things. And three, we just so hard on and so passionate about what we do. A lot of people doesn't like it, so they put a bad name on for us out there, and then a lot of people don't want to come back to us or don't want to train with us.
yeah,
But yeah, like we said in the beginning, we're gonna stick to the ones that's loyal to us and
That's
the
it.
one that really wants to smoke
Want to
from us.
smoke.
And that's pretty much what it is.
And like you
the
said,
podcast said, man,
yeah,
it is what
it's
it
what it
is.
is. You know, and I don't blame a lot of these kids. I blame the parents, straight up,
Simple.
because these kids want to smoke, but some of these parents don't want to smoke. They don't. They only want to smoke something else. We want that grind. We want that smoke. We want the smoke coming off the steak. That's what we want. Not the smoke coming off the coffee.
I don't know. I don't know what more we can say, right, Coach?
Yeah.
To a lot of these parents and a lot of these kids about the way we want to do things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we really just trying to change the game, and the coach are out here with basketball,
That's
football.
it. Yep.
But it's hard to do those stuff when parents have a different agenda. And
The agenda don't fit.
it doesn't fit, man. It doesn't fit, and I think that's why it's my model, the Tam Fam, our product and all that. It's different, bro. It's
Yeah.
different. It's just a different mentality, a
Mhm.
different grind.
It's
And
different.
You gotta be a real straight dog if you want to be part of this Tam Fam. You know what I mean? Like Coach Sampson said earlier. The grind we do 4 a.m. Like, 2,
Car
3,
lights.
yeah, simple. And, I'm going to work with what I got, right? And I ain't the richest coach. You know what I
So-
mean? So
me neither.
if I gotta use headlamps and all these stuff to go out there and coach my players, I'm gonna do it because that's just the love and passion that I have. for the game,
Exactly.
you know what I
But
mean?
then that's how those kids know it's real.
It's real.
Because you could go to any gym and go turn on the lights and stay there, sit there. But no, hey, we're gonna be here this time. There's no lights. Don't worry about it. Coach got you. Go in the trunk, grab the headlight. You know what I
Right.
mean? Go in the trunk, go get the freaking generator. You know what I mean? Let's go turn on the lights somehow. Instead of, oh, we're gonna go to this gym and like, no, man. They want that tough love. They see what you're gonna give them. You put out, they're gonna put out.
Yeah, and I think it just bothers me to see a lot of these kids go to clubs and coaches that that's not doing really nothing for them. It bothers me a lot, and I'm over here complaining to my wife, man, every single night. Well, how come none of these kids or none of these parents want to come to us? And she says the same thing. Who cares? If they don't want the work you do, or if they don't want you to coach their child, that's their loss.
But that's what it is. You know what I mean? They don't want it. I mean, they see the coaching. They see how hard you are.
Yeah, and it's hard because now I get a lot of these players that come to me after they graduate high school, right? They graduate high school, they hit me up, and they're like, Coach, can you help me go to college? You know what I mean? They're calling me and hitting me up like I'm God or something. Like, come on, you know how it works, right? You know what I mean? Like, but they come to me, they ask for help, and I'm, as a coach and the passion that I have for this, I'm not gonna turn them down.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you know what? Yes, I got you. I'm gonna do whatever I can. No promises, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to help you.
Mhm.
And I had a few of these kids that come to me after they graduate, and they play for whatever team they played for, and they got no help from their coaches.
And I hate that, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then I got to do all the dirty work. I got to go scrape up all their highlights and watch all these film for them and send it to college coaches. And, I had a couple of them, and, I'm glad to say that they're in college playing college ball.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It may not be a D1, D2, but they're playing it at the next level. And I couldn't be more proud of these kids that, they're still going and doing what they're doing, man.
Like I tell a lot of kids, I don't care what you do, what D1, D2, you go and play. You know what I mean? Go do what you love to do. Don't go and not do it. And like you're saying, they're not doing it because So coach didn't help them. You know what I mean?
Simple, and I've been trying to preach that to a lot of my players now. You know, and look, man, I love all these players that play for me on the Stunners, and I've been since the season been done. I've been trying to convince them to leave Lelehua, but you know they all planning to stay there and continue to play at Lelehua with all their friends. But you know, I don't want them there. I'm just being blunt and honest.
Right.
I don't want none of those kids
Hey,
over
it
there.
is what it is.
Yeah, just because of I know that coaching staff
Mm-hmm.
how they are, and you know they are one of the coaches that just glad to have the title.
Coach.
Yeah, they're just glad to have that title and that attention, that credit they get because they're coaching high school ball. You know what I mean? Just because they're coaching high school ball, they feel like they're on top of the world. And I just can't have my players playing for those type of coaches. But that was their decision. They decided to continue to stay there. All I can do is just keep supporting them, keep letting them know I'm there for them and stuff like that. But it's just sad because there's a lot of the parents there, and they're just gunning for me since I first got offered a job. You know,
Hey, doing something right.
I gotta be right.
That's that time fam moves. That's
Man,
that time fam.
it is crazy.
Well, Solid, Coach Ati, once again, let everybody know how they can get a hold of you or bring their kids to get some workout in or join the 808 Stunners team.
Yeah, you can go ahead, reach me on Instagram, 808 Stunners Basketball, Facebook, as well as our website. You can go ahead and contact us on there at eoestunners.com and just hit me up. You know, I don't discriminate any player. I take anybody,
Mm-hmm.
beginners.
Anybody.
No, it doesn't matter. I ain't gonna just take the best player. So if you want to learn basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to get better at this game and just some life lessons and all that, go ahead and reach me at any of those social medias, and I'll guarantee contact you back.
Well, everybody, thank you guys for joining in. A hot seat. This is Coach Ati, owner of 808 Stunners, founder of 808 Stunners.
Yes,
Tam
sir.
fam. Get at us.